My name is Chris Cook. I'm the Managing Director of the Office of Communication and Marketing at Texas Tech University and Texas Tech Public Media. Texas Tech University is full of great communicators, and together we hope to bring you perspectives and insight that can help you in your field. Communication is what we do every day, and it's intricately connected to our success and failures. This is Communicators in a Cart. Dr. Bill Dean bleeds red and black. The Executive Vice President of the Texas Tech Alumni Association, Dr. Dean has been a fixture on campus for more than 50 years. His contributions to Texas Tech University began as a student athlete and continue to this day as a faculty member in the College of Media and Communication, where he began teaching in 1967.
Come in.
Dr. Dean, how you doing?
I'm great.
Take a ride across campus?
Sure.
Brought you a cup of coffee for the trip.
Great, great.
I believe you like it black.
Black is exactly right.
All right, let's go.
All right. Be back later. I bet the campus is a little bit on the deserted side.
I think it started clearing out midweek.
It's not too cold.
No, it's not too bad.
It's going to be a nice, probably a nice day.
Cart creates a draft, but it's not too bad. So, I don't want to dwell on numbers, but you've been here a while. You grew up in Lubbock and have been at Texas Tech University for a long time.
49 years.
49 years. Is that as a student?
No, that's I started as Director of Student Publications and taught journalism. And then I did that for 11 years, and then I took this job with the Alumni Association.
So since the day you stepped on campus as a student, what have the changes have to be just...
Oh my gosh.
Amazing. And this is a bumpy ride too, I apologize.
Amazing changes, yeah. I think there were 8,000 or 9,000 students on campus when I first enrolled. It was beginning to grow at that point. This was 1953. 1956. We had obviously a big controversy had emerged over what to call this place, and as you well know, it wound up Texas Tech University. The Tech doesn't stand for anything. I mean, it doesn't have a period after it. It's just Texas Tech University, and there were some bitter feelings about it that lasted a long, long time. When I was a left-handed hitter, and there was a ground rule that the football team worked out in right field. That if they were working out and we were playing a game, they never stopped, you know. If you hit a football player, it's a ground rule double.
Dr. Dean, I wanted to do this at Loff Field. It just makes so much sense with your background and not just your history at Texas Tech, but you personally have a history with this location.
Well, I played baseball on this field at one time. Not this field,
right? But
home plate was right down there by the fence.
When you came to Texas Tech, it was 1958.
1956.
1956. Sorry, 1956. Did you immediately? Were you member of the baseball team at that point, or did that come later?
We had a freshman team, and I played freshman baseball and then varsity baseball after that.
What was the nickname of the freshman team?
The Picadors.
Picadors.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back to that time and then look at where we're sitting today. And just the change and the changes.
Oh my goodness.
Over the years.
Oh my goodness. There were no fences. There was a fence right along here, and there were a couple of trees in left field. And they wouldn't take the trees down. So after my time here, a couple of guys, I think, I know who it was, but I'm not going to say, poisoned the trees.
There's some things that just
and they died, and the trees died. But yeah, it was pretty primitive.
With Dan Loff Field, when did you buy your season tickets? You're a season ticket holder. When did you first
buy
those?
When they first built this field, of course, there wasn't any clamor for season tickets, I don't guess, but I came over here and I picked out those seats 7 and 8 in that back row in the first section, and I've been there ever since.
How long ago was that?
Well, that's in the 80s.
You're celebrating a milestone with your wife, Peggy, this year. What's coming up?
August the 19th will be our 50th anniversary.
Now, did you meet her here at Tech?
No, I coached her younger brother in summer baseball, and I met her, through Coat League baseball, which I coached for about 36 different years. Was she from Lubbock? Was that here in Lubbock? Mm-hmm.
Okay. As executive vice president of the Texas Tech Alumni Association, you've been in that role. You've been in that role since 1978, I believe.
Right, that's correct.
But that is not your longest position you've held on campus.
Well, I was director of student publications starting in 1967 and taught journalism in the old Department of Journalism before it became Department of Mass Communications, and then a school and then a college. So I've been here on campus for 49 years.
You mentioned that what do students come up to you now? What do you have some students say?
I have students say that my mother was in this class, or my dad. One of them said both my mother and dad were in this class at one time.
Do you deduct points at that time?
No, I just try to ignore it.
Off the top of your head, and this is probably a difficult question, what are the top 3 moments during your 49 years here that you think about?
Well, academically, I think in our college, of course, it's becoming a college, in the College of Media and Communications. From the university standpoint, I think achieving Tier 1 status and Carnegie recognition recently was a huge highlight. Athletically, it had to be the catch that was made against the University of Texas in 2009.
I think a lot of people will agree with that. 2008. That's
2008. Right. Crabtree's catch was that was a magic moment that one of those things you'll never forget.
I think it's pretty special. You were recognized at the Length of Service Awards.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Was that 50 or 55?
It was 50 years.
I think at that annual event when they do the Length of Service Awards, it's special though to see people who have given so much of their lives to one place, and that obviously speaks to the passion you have for Texas Tech, the love you have for Texas Tech. People know who you are. I think they respect you, from the alumni, from your former students to current students. I think you're very well respected.
Well,
Texas Tech is proud of you. I know.
We hope so. I've served, I think, under 11 different presidents.
And we've had 16.
Yeah.
That might date you a little bit.
The last few have come and gone pretty quickly.
That's true. That's true. Well, Dr. Dean, I appreciate you taking the time.
My pleasure. Thanks for the
much.
coffee.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Go Tech.